So, yeah, microphone should be fixed. We should have a bit better quality now. And even the sound quality should be a bit better in turn. So yeah, definitely a rough game one for Eversio. Hopefully we can pick it up in game two. And yeah, I'll see you guys real soon. Hello. Alright guys, stay tuned, the draft will be starting soon. For those watching since the beginning, because I see we've increased some viewers here. For those watching that from the beginning, Eversio had a really nice early mid game, but then fell flat. So yeah, the dragon stacking, and I think, I hate to say this again, sounding a bit like a broken record, but it does take time. There's this thing called growing pains, you know. It's just taking time for Eversio's new bot lane, Iconic and Awaken, to find their footing in their roles. So let's see how the draft goes. And quick surprise, we fixed it. Oh no, did we not fix it? Oh my, why Shindeyu? We fixed it, right? Yes. Hehehe. Alright. I just didn't fix it for me. Alright, let me quickly do that. But in the meanwhile, enjoy the draft. So there you go. So now you can see the draft and it doesn't look like a pile of mess. Yeah, this is the best I could do in a quick short burst. So there we go. Same bands as before. Yeah, Ziggs. I'm not really sure about the Ziggs ban. Ziggs and Corki were pretty much the only two characters Awaken played. So Fuse Chi are aware that Awaken maybe isn't particularly experienced with the AD carry position and are just banning out his comforts. It's apparently not a fearless, yes, I remember that from last week. So we'll be getting the Yunara again, this time in the first pick position. Interesting, he's going for the Kraken Slayer build, while some Yunara mains say that it's maybe better to go straight up crit chance and build her like a traditional ADC. We see Awaken donning the Jhin, a bit more of a supportive AD carry. More of a burst heavy ADC here. A bit early to pick up Jhin in the draft, I think, but a big shield or a big heal goes a long way for Fuse Chi here. Let's see what Eversio pair with it. They could go for a jungle blind here. Something strong in the current meta like the Xin Zhao. Interesting. Is this Zahen jungle or is it top lane is the question. Zahen just received a buff. I personally don't think it's enough to make him viable, as the first clear is just atrocious. But this champion has a lot of sticking potential once you get into a certain radius and he has enough cooldown. It's really hard to get him off of you. He also is very hard to take down. Talia being a good start in the direction of countering this Zahen. Stun, CC, this, displacement as well. A lot of damage coming out. And we see Fuse Chi here locking in the Pantheon, which has been like a staple melee jungle counter in general, usually picked up against stuff like Vi, stuff like the Jarvan, etc. So let's see how he does into Zahen. I would assume if I'm a betting man, I'd put this on Varsal to be playing the champion. So he might be playing similarly to Kayn, which is a champion that Varsal is very comfortable playing. So let's see here. Next pick is going to be the Darius for Arglos. It's locked in. So there you go. It will definitely be a Zahen jungle here. Very interesting. Next bans here for Eversio, I assume will be targeted towards the support role. I'm not too sure if they want to play against Blitzcrank again. But this time, if Blitzcrank is chosen, of course, Zahen and Darius are kind of having fun getting pulled into 5 people, right? Let's see. Only time will tell here. They're thinking about the ban. Lulu gets banned once again. Lulu Yunara, of course, is such a strong combination. We see the Syndra get banned. I think this is very clever from Fuse Chi. It did really well into the Talia matchup. Mahanik's pretty much performing on a lot of champions. So we know he's not in trouble for not being able to play the Syndra. Let's see what the last picks will be here from Eversio. What will we ban here? I think Braum is a really good choice to ban against Zahan, against Darius. I'm really interested if they pick that up too, but they banned Cassante instead. Wow, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah. Cassante being banned, Iglos did not have a fun time in the top lane. So we will not be seeing this Cassante. Let's see what the next ban will be here from Fuse Chi. They have the option to ban out the support or maybe the mid lane. I think Orianna is a very big priority pick. They choose Poppy instead. I think Orianna is a very safe bet here with the Zahan, with the Darius. Something supportive against that AoE. Fuse Chi, not really high range. So those Orianna ults could be landed quite easily as well. Let's see what they go for. They could also go for the blind support if they want to give last pick here to Mechanics. We'll see. Aurelion Sol picked up for Mechanics. Throwback to the old school Eversio days here with Starforger in mid lane. We have Mechanics here on the Sol. Perhaps he's trying to make the name for himself, take over the title for the Soul Master. Let's see here. There is the Jax picked up for the top lane. A bit of a carry-heavy champion, and it does especially well against Zahen, but not particularly well against the Aurelion Sol. I'm curious to see here what Fuse she pick up in support. Now I questioned their Blitzcrank pick, but he played it to perfection. Let's see what Ikari decides to go for this time. He has two Bruisers and a Yunara. I think Soraka's an easy pick here. If not Soraka, another kind like Nami would be excellent as well against Zahen, against Darius for CC. Let's see, Bard is also to my liking. I think Janna does really well as well. I don't think Leona does well. I like Braum, I mentioned this before as well. Braum doing a really good job. Personally, not a fan of Rel. You're giving Darius stacks, you're allowing him to stack up. And despite your CC, you're never ever going to be able to touch the Jhin or Aurelion Sol. Now what I'd like to see from Iconic here, in all honesty, is a Senna pickup. Eversio are currently kind of missing out a bit on the on DPS in my eyes, and I think an Enchanter here goes really well. Bard does well as well. He can engage fights for Eversio. To be fair, Eversio are kind of lacking setup as well. It's a bit of hard to grasp on both worlds, but Bard from Iconic, again, one of these champs that personally I didn't see him do all that well the last time, but I'm open to change. I'm open to the confidence of picking this pick. It's a very strong pick. The ults alone could be monstrous, let alone hitting those double Qs and stunning critical people in the right times. Let's see. So I'll quickly talk about the individual matchups here. Let's start this time from the top lane chronologically. So Jax into Darius. Perhaps someone could correct me in chat, but as far as I'm aware here, this could go either way, of course. I do think that Jax heavily outscales Darius. The counter strike, just being able to take the trades whenever you want. So this could be a matchup for Fuse Chi. At least their laner showed a lot of intelligence in the way he positioned himself. He knew when to go in and when to push his lead, and when he does not win that and just backs off. But this is Iglos' Darius, guys. It's a famous pick for us. Everyone knows it. He gets pentakills on this champion. He wins games. And yeah, I mean, never doubt Iglos Darius. So let's see how he does into it. I'm pretty sure he's faced more Jaxes than this Jax has faced Iglos level Dariuses. So let's move on to the jungle. Pantheon versus Zahen. Zahen, I'm gonna admit, guys, is a bit of a new champ to me. I know exactly what he does, but if you're gonna ask me in the jungle specifically who wins this, I have no clue. If I was a betting man, which I am not, but if I was, I would put on Pantheon. I think Pantheon just delivers everything you would want from a jungler. He has great gank potential, good clear speed, good objective control. He has nice long range coverage to cover the map with his ult, great scaling as well, good tankiness, good frontline ability. everything you would want from a potential jungle champion. Now Zahen, in my eyes, he's very sticky, but his clears are very slow, at least compared to Pantheon. So I would assume Pantheon would start to outscale if we go later. But the CC is there. I'm not sure who wins the straight up 1v1 clash between junglers as well. And potentially here, I don't know what to say. I have no idea really. I'm really trying to figure out who would win this, but I know what Pantheon does, and that's essentially what I delivered to you guys, and that's what I told you that Pantheon does. But I did not speak much about the actual matchups, apart from the fact that Pantheon clears faster. Moving on to the mid lane, Talia Isol. I'd assume, of course, Talia has that range advantage earlier on. Isol kind of needs to stand still as well to deal his damage. So I would assume a Talia W is easy to land, dealing a lot of damage onto Mechanix. But of course, once Talia uses all the abilities, Mechanix can push his advantage. Now, as far as I know, the W ability from Isol is not stopped by Talia E if it's already in action, but if it's thrown at just the right time, it will definitely stun Mechanix. So some things he needs to look out for when punishing this Talia. It could be Mechanix's favorite. I mean, and the way he CSs and everything, the way he's been playing, apart from the times when, you know, he feels his team is behind, I think he's doing a stellar job at pushing his leads when he needs to. So I'll give it up to Mechanix just for player difference in this case. Moving on here to the bot lane though, Bard and Jhin, Iconic Awaken, once used to send shockwaves through my nervous system. This bot lane looked unstoppable. Even in UKL they were keeping Eversio together, but now they role swapped, so I'm a bit uncertain as to their abilities here. But in terms of matchup, for sure Jhin Bard should definitely beat the UNRRL, at least at the level 1 and level 2 spikes. Moving forward from that point, if Yunara gets the right angles, she should be able to deal more DPS, significantly more DPS than what Awaken has available to him. And then it's all up to Iconic and how he stops the engage from the rel. He could stun, he could ult, he could speed up Awaken, and then with the range from Jhin ult, we could see that turning around. Alright guys, without further ado, we're 20 seconds away. Stay tuned. And let's see how it goes. Come on, Eversio. Can we pick up a second win? And come on, Varsal, show me what Zahen can do. Oi, oi, oi. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brought to you by Spectator Mode. Alright, changing scene. Here we go. Welcome indeed, guys. We are back in the Rift of Summoners. Lovely. The sound is much better now as well, guys. I'm pretty sure you can hear the difference. Some would even potentially say it might be a bit too loud. But it's a nice music set, right? It's very reminds me of like Dark Souls or some epic single player RPG. Love the vocals. Alright, let's see guys here. Mechanix on the Aesod. It's been banned in the last match, so it's definitely something they're afraid of. Let's see. Top lane already starting to trade. Army getting the better of that, but now Igos is on the retaliation. A nice stun there from Atomic. So as expected here, Eversio are leading the initial trade. So let's see. Now that we're getting into those level 2, 3, Eversio need to start paying a bit more attention, because one misstep could lead into a stun, lock up, and of course a lot of damage from Tulio on this Yunara. See here, Iglos manages to land an excellently placed Q there, healing up in that trade. And we see the flash used. Ooh, a bit of an awkward position there from Iglos. He tries to go for guts, but he ends up not finding the glory. Alright. So far so good, Iconic. I like it, I like it. Showing that AD carry prowess. Kiting on the Bard. Oh, drops the portal. Just in case he needs it. And throws another auto for good measure. Lots of chimes to pick up currently. Iglos, despite being down his first kill, is still playing up his aggression. We see Army now recalling he has an extra 2 long swords and a dagger, while Iglos picked up a cloth armor. Iglos seems to be a bit more tempo focused currently, rather than just going for straight up damage. We see the jungler here potentially coming in. Keep in mind this Pantheon does have flash and Iglos does not. And the stun would land here. Another stun from Jet to buff. Iglos lands a big Q healing up, but it's not gonna be enough, as the critical blow from that Pantheon Q gets the last kill. Meanwhile on the side, the Iconic here goes for the portal across the base. Now can they set up a dive here on the bot lane? Varsal is here. There's the flash from Awaken, gets the kill. Here's Talia out coming through. There's the second kill for Eversio. So Talia gets the return kill with the turret. Can he get 2? Yes he can. Barney picks up a double kill. It's a 2 for 2 kill. Iconic picking up one of them. But overall I think an even play here in the bot side at least of things. Mechanics also picks up the mid lane push. So although Iconic gets the kill, Mechanics does get a bit of a lead here in the mid lane. Meanwhile in the top lane though, despite the 2 deaths, we're still having a good time, as Iglos is still up in CS. Oh, Iglos is potentially close to his 6. Oh no! He goes into the wave. There's the 6! He levels up out of nothing. Oh, the ult would not kill. A nice placed ward there by the Jax to get in range and deny the heal from Iglos. The difference in items is just too much at this point. I'm not too sure as to how Iglos leveled up to 6 there. The minions were already down, but the game just loves him sometimes. But still, things did not work out. There's the Pantheon ult. Varsal is here. He drops the Zahan out. Tuli is down. We're gonna be focusing on this bot lane this match. We see Mechanics coming in with the E. There's the kill landed. Onto Jet to buff. Varsal might fall, but Eversio pick up a quick 3 kills for 1. It's a bit of a shame they can't pick up the dragon as well. But Awaken happy to take a plate on top of everything. It's another 120 gold for his pockets. We could see him securing his first item here. Yomu's Ghost Blade should be his first pickup. And Mahanix, despite having a tough matchup in the Talia, is still doing very well in the CS department. Iglos doing his due diligence here. He's aware he's off tempo, but now he decides to go in for the fight. Guys, you have to realize Talia is on the way. Barney is here, and Iglos is in a bit of a tough situation. That's a killing spree for our army. Iconic drops the portal, but a bit of a miscommunication from both Eversio members as Iglos goes to try and walk back into the portal, but he ends up falling down. Also grabs for Fuse Chi here. Iglos gets caught. Another fight. Nice Q flash from Iglos to get the heal and then finishes off with the ult. I told you guys, don't underestimate Iglos' Darius. He has 2 long swords and that's all he needs. And there's the ult from Awaken. It's a very different bot lane this time. Iconic and Awaken are finding their footing. And there it is. Awaken picks up another kill. And Iglos on the side will for sure go down to Jetopath. There's the heal. But it won't be enough as Iglos falls. Now let's keep in mind this Yunara is still a dangerous threat. Her damage could be insane at times. There's the Pantheon ult, but Awaken gets the kill from a long range. We see Jetopath though finishes off Awaken with the shutdown. That Pantheon ult has so much coverage. Oh no, Iglos misses the Q outer edge and he does end up going down. Varsal pushes in the wave. Iconic drops the ult, he finds Barney. But his team is here, Jetopath and Ikari are both here ready to respond. And Jetopath on a killing spree. Ay ay ay. This Pantheon is so strong. I might have missed it, but it seems like Awaken did fall yet again. Come on, Eversio, you can do it. I've seen you win these. They're currently exactly equal in gold, but this time they have the better jungle control. Damn, the isolated and quick trigger on the side of Fuschi here. Talia Pantheon, just the roaming capabilities of these champions is just immense. Let's hope Sahen here from Varsal can make the difference. We've not seen a lot of Varsal from this match. We've seen him with a couple of plays in the bot side, but we've yet to see the true strength of this champion. He has that stride breaker, his sticking power is just immense. Let's see here, Eversio on the play, Jetopuff might get caught out here, does not have flash, and Iconic takes the kill. We see in the top lane here, a big play from Iglos, and we do get an exchange in top lanes. Now can Eversio get more? They certainly can, and it's just before a dragon. This Zahen pick seems to be working out well. There it is, nice easy dragon secured here for Eversio. It's looking rough, not gonna lie, but you know, the gold is relatively equal. Look at the damage from Iconic here, pretty much half healthing the jungler. There's Mechanics is out here, the big ace all out. We see Iglos going in the middle, Jetopuff falls. And there's the ult from Iconic to hold Iglos alive. Oh my god, what a play by Eversio. On the side we had Mechanics and Varsal shredding Ikari and Tuli here. And that's a quick double kill, Barney falls as well. What an ult from Iconic as well, pretty much saving Iglos, giving him time to cycle his Q and heal up the missing HP he had. This is the Eversio we'd like to see. This is the teamwork we'd expect from them. They're still trying to find their mark. A relatively new lineup. Pretty much everyone changed except for Iglos, right? We have bot lane going with a role swap, Varsal in jungle instead of Brickcoon, and we have Mechanics instead of living in the mid lane. So there's a lot of things to stomach before things start working out. It's just the damage of Yunara is just insane. The DPS this champion offers. And it's a bit of a shame because Varsal was here. It just took him a bit longer than what his bot lane expected, and Iconic ends up getting the kill for that. You see Igros timing his apprehend excellently, trying to stop the stun, but sadly it won't be enough this time, as the damage from army is just enough to take him down. There we go, oh my gosh, Iconic needs to learn to turn off the gas. He's still in that AD carry mentality of you gotta pick up every kill, but he needs to learn to drop an auto or two. Let's see here. Army engages onto Iconic, oh no. And Iconic could be going down. An excellent Q, an excellent ult. 2 stuns, there's Varsal's out on a rampage now, Eversio. Come on. Iconic lives, Mechanics and Varsal, excellent team play as always. And there's Awaken to help secure this kill. Oh no, Varsal might have pushed the button too much. No, Janssen, not at all. He's able to dash on out of there. And Awaken drops the curtain of bullets, just to give space. Eversio turn a quick 2 kills. Iconic was trying his luck with Thule, but it does not find him. Varsal now is in a bit of trouble, drops the out, heals back to full. But he's dropping very low, it does not get the revive. And now he goes drops straight in the middle of it. Awakened falls. Ah, it's such a disastrous fight. Eversio starting off on a bad foot and just committing way more to the bit. This will be a dragon for Fuse Chi. And they also secure the mid lane with the Herald. Let's see, I'm trying to decipher how we can win this one. I'm honestly left guessing at the moment. I'm a bit out of guess from trying to see where this game goes. So far, Mechanics, as always, he's really clean on his KDA at the moment. So let's see. Asol, definitely one of those champions that could turn a match entirely on itself. I'm really quite surprised at Varsal, to be honest. He's managed to keep up in CS and then some. He's actually up a whole level on Jetopath. Let's see. Iglos is really suffering this match. He's pretty much an item down currently on his lane opponent. Awaken, despite having a lovely laning phase, his champion can't really find much success. Yunara just presses R, right clicks people, and people die. Alright, let's see here. Iglos could get caught out. There's the stun. He dodges the stun from the Kari, but the Q does not hit. There's no healing from that one, and Army takes the kill. Meanwhile, Iconic finds the stun on Jetopath, forces the flash from this Pantheon. Barney is here, moving at Mach 5. The rock's used. Mechanics gets damaged, he flashes over, drops the ult. And Ikari flashes onto Mechanics. Drops him very low, but he's able to run on out of there. So far, it's a 2-for-none play here as Eversio dropped 2 members. Oh, there's the Ghost from Iglos, the flash! The upper hand, can they rip this Baron off? Oh no, Iglos is down. There won't be any resets today. Oh, Awaken finds the shutdown. Damn, Iglos is really behind, huh? He dropped like a fly there. He did have this Terox, a worthy investment from his end. He's trying his best to get back in this game. That could have been huge. But now it's the Army going with the Zhonya's Hourglass for this Jax. He's gonna be a bit untouchable. Let's see. Eversio are currently sitting on soul point, guys. So one more dragon could definitely swing this battle. I'm getting enchanted by the music alone. But yeah, I mean, it's a slow burn kind of game, you know. The Baron was used effectively here, taking out the top lane tier 2 turrets. But Eversio is still in it, definitely. We're only down 2.7k. And as mentioned, we are almost at the Dragon Soul point. Mechanic's yet to drop his second death in the match. So stay tuned for more as we see what more we can get from Eversio. Oh, this tower is going down fast. Let's hover over a bit on Mechanic's stacks. We didn't really talk about. He has 325 currently. So he's got a longer Q. He does more damage for it as well. Let's see, the failed engage here from Fuse Chi could be a detriment to their win. Can Eversio turn it? We see Iglos going to his level 16 now. That's a big power spike for the Darius. That ult just doing so much damage. Let's see it. This is the play. We get the first kill on Akari. Varsal goes in but does not get the passive. Mechanic goes in just blindly and just falls. Alright, Iglos gets one. Well, it's a 4-for-2 play for Fuse Chi. Eversio not really finding the appropriate targets in that fight. I'm not too sure as to certain decisions that were made, but it does lead to a Baron from Fuse Chi. Oh, Konik almost lands a critical ult. But it seems like Fuse Chi back off at the right spot. Slowly, Eversio getting pushed in. You see Varsal getting knocked back. There's the Pantheon ult. He turns on to Varsal. Varsal forced to ult. Gets a big ult, gets a lot of his health back, but it's not enough to get a revive. Iconic lands a critical ult to slow down the engage from Fuse Chi. But Varsal will still be taken out of the map. Here comes the Jhin ult to try and restart everything. Let's see, this could be the last fight of the match. Tully dashes in. We see Mechanics on the retreat. Eversio pretty much taking infinite damage. Jetto dodges a lot of damage, but there's an open nexus from Eversio. Mechanics falls. We see Awaken trying to get army off, but there's the Zhonya's on the Jax, and the nexus falls. Fuse Chi finished the game in a clean 2-0, and Eversio have not found their footing yet. Guys, please don't give up on us, alright? Eversio will find their footing. I'm really sure we'll find it eventually. This is pretty much a new lineup, and we're just having some growing pains until everything clicks. Until then, guys, let's meet again on the next session. I'm gonna quickly check when that's gonna be, so I don't misinform you, but I would like to say this was a nice watch, but honestly it was a bit tough to watch. Our next time playing will in fact be... Ooh, it's gonna be a while before we meet again. It will be Monday the 23rd of February. The next time we'll be meeting. So, Eversio, tighten up your brigade. You need to put in the works. You have a week and a half to practice. So Eversio, we still believe in you. And yeah, I hope they can deliver us some nice juicy wins for the Maltese Islands. Until then, guys, it's been a pleasure streaming this game for you. Until we meet again, stay always #everwin. Okay, where is the button? Good night, good night.